In this video, we are going to talk about Top 10 Richest Countries in Africa 2023. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. The entire worth of products and services generated inside a nation's boundaries over a specific time period, typically a year, is calculated as the gross domestic product, GDP. It is a widely used measure of a nation's economic performance and is frequently applied to assess the relative economic strength of various nations. GDP is a measure of a country's economic output, which is a significant factor in determining a country's overall wealth, hence it is tied to a country's wealth. A country with a larger GDP typically produces more goods and services and has a stronger economy, which can result in better incomes, more investment, and more business prospects. It's crucial to remember that the GDP is not a precise indicator of a nation's wealth or prosperity. Here are top 10 richest countries in Africa 2023. So let's start. Number 10. Tanzania. The final name on the list is Tanzania. The entire list consists of nations in Africa. Tanzania's prior economic successes have resulted in it becoming the 10th richest nation in Africa, which is a benefit for those trying to advance in life. Tanzania is well known for its distinctive wildlife and tourism possibilities. According to statistics, Tanzania's GDP is expected to reach $63.177 billion in 2019. This figure has been significantly impacted by both tourism and the diamond industry. Additionally, Tanzania's yearly GDP growth rate was 5.791%. Number 9. Ghana. West Africa is home to the nation of Sudan. Despite all the difficulties Ghanaians experience on a daily basis, we can still find this nation's name on the list of wealthy nations in Africa. Ghana ranks 9th out of 10 countries in terms of GDP, with an annual GDP growth rate of -6.478%. and a GDP of $66.984 trillion. The economy of this nation is mainly notable for its significant prospects and challenging problems that require effective management. Ghana has a natural wealth. Natural resources like oil, gold, silver, and others supported Ghana during its years of economic hardship and extreme poverty. Having a GNI per capita of $2,280, Ghana ranks 17th among the richest nations in Africa. Its GDP is $77,594,280,000. Its GDP per capita is $2,363. One of the fastest growing economies in Africa is Ghana's, which is supported by a combination of services, manufacturing, and agriculture. In recent years, the nation has made notable strides towards reducing poverty and raising human development metrics. A number of economic reforms have also been carried out in Ghana with the goal of enhancing the business environment and luring international investment. Number 8. Angola. The richest nations in Africa should include Angola higher up on the list. This nation is renowned for its raw material reserves. Unfortunately, poor administration and unique policies in every area led to a variety of issues for the local populace. Angola's GDP is around $88.816 billion because to its oil and gas resources. This figure has a -0.625% yearly growth after a severe decline. Angola can still be included on the list of richest nations in Africa. Number 7. Kenya. East African nation Kenya is located there. The most remarkable things to remember about Kenya are its breathtaking scenery and unspoiled landscapes. Because of the incredible wildlife found here, this region of the country is a great choice for anyone looking for a beautiful location to observe wildlife up close. Kenya's GDP is expanding at a rate of 5.366% among sub-Saharan African nations. In Kenya, the industrial sector accounts for over 50% of the GDP, and agricultural accounts for around 35%. This expansion is partially attributed to the tourist and technology sectors. With 95.503 billion US dollars, Kenya is now one of the wealthiest nations in Africa as a result of its recent rise. Number 6. Ethiopia. Ethiopia has a GNI per capita of $940, making it the 35th richest nation in Africa. Its GDP is $111,271,100,000. Its GDP per capita is $925. Ethiopia is expected to reach middle-income status by 2025 and has one of the fastest-growing economies in all of Africa. The majority of the population is employed by the nation's sizable agriculture industry, which has recently begun to diversify into manufacturing and services. Ethiopia also boasts a lot of natural resources, such as hydropower, coffee, and gold. However, Ethiopia also has to deal with issues like political unrest, racial conflict, and inadequate infrastructure. Number 5. Morocco. With a GNI per capita of $3,620, Morocco is the 9th richest nation in Africa. Its GDP is $142,866,300,000. Its GDP per capita is $3,795. The economy of Morocco is diverse and reasonably open to foreign investment and commerce. Manufacturing, tourism, and agriculture are among its main economic sectors. Morocco has developed significantly economically and socially in recent years, with poverty rates falling and indexes of human development rising. In order to increase the business climate and draw in international investment, the nation has also adopted economic changes. Number 4. Algeria. With a $3,660 GNI per capita, Algeria is the 10th richest nation in Africa. Its GDP is $163,044,400,000, and its GDP per capita is $3,691. The oil and gas industry, which generates more than 95% of Algeria's export earnings and is a member of the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, is extremely important to the country's economy. Additionally, it has a thriving agriculture industry that boosts its economy. Despite its affluence, Algeria has economic difficulties such as significant young unemployment and a requirement for economic diversification. Number 3. Egypt. At $3,350 per person, Egypt is the 13th richest nation in Africa. Its GDP is $404,142,800,000. Its GDP per capita is $3,699. Egypt's economy, which combines services, industry, and agriculture, is the biggest in North Africa and the Middle East. Egypt has maintained a relatively stable economy in recent years, with modest growth rates and low inflation, despite recent economic and political issues. A number of economic reforms have also been carried out in the nation with the goal of enhancing the business environment and luring international investment. Number 2. South Africa. With a GNI per capita of $6,530, South Africa ranks 4th among the richest nations in Africa. South Africa's GDP is $419,015,000,000. Its GDP per person is $7,055. Due to its highly developed industrial and service sectors, which are supported by a well-established infrastructure and a sizable, competent workforce, South Africa is regarded as one of the richest African nations. The nation also has a wealth of mineral resources, such as gold, diamonds, and platinum, which have fueled economic development over time. Number 1. Nigeria. Nigeria, with a GNI per capita of $2,080, is the 20th richest nation in Africa. Its GDP is $440,833,600,000. Its GDP per capita is $2,066. Africa's largest economy, Nigeria, is mostly reliant on oil exports. Despite this, the nation has made great strides in recent years towards diversifying its economy, with expansion in non-oil sectors like agriculture, manufacturing, and services. The consumer market in Nigeria is likewise sizable and expanding, with a young and growingly urban population. However, the nation also deals with a variety of economic issues, such as extreme poverty and inequality, as well as a volatile business environment. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.